Hey, welcome back to the channel. Well, where we last left off on 74, we had already put the parts inside of the model and inside of the sausage section that was supposed to go there. But in this stage, we're going to be working on the warp in the back and by the the warp engine, the back of the ship. And I got a mod that we're going to do, and this is one of those things that once when we do it, there's no turning back. So let's go ahead and get the intro done, and then we'll start modeling.
The Enterprise D. But how?
Okay, we're back. So we're going to go ahead and do some modification to this port for the photon torpedoes by installing our own type of bulb. This is a fast flash red and white light that I bought from Evans Designs. I'll leave a link in the description. And basically I drilled a 2mm hole, and I just have enough where the bulb is sticking out right here, and it will be glued into place. I tied it into port 74's wires that we're going to use on the opposite side, so it'll always continue to flash. If you want to do a different mod, you go to myenterprise.com. Todd McWilliams has a whole remod with this, and you can do like they did with the Millennium Falcon, some different customs and remote controls where you can control different sounds. I'm so far into this that by the time that those mods came out, I just couldn't subtract myself and go back and start over. Maybe in the future, if this model doesn't sell or the seller wants that and they want to pay me to redo it, I'll do it. But in this case, I'm just going to let it flash in the back when the whole thing lights up, because I have enough modifications with the Millennium Falcon to keep me busy for a while. So, we have another set of wires that's going to go this way, and then these come in the front. But we're not ready for those bulbs yet. We're going to get to them. But I'm going to go ahead and let this glue and kind of dry, and then we'll come back and we'll keep assembling stage 74. Okay, now we're going to continue the assembly stage of 74. I've already got my wires all in here with my tape so they stay together. And that glued out well. So now we're going to put this down and make sure we don't tangle up our wires. It is humanly possible with this model. I almost forgot to put this in. Well, thank you, Lord. I'd have been one mad hatter. I got all there and found out I forgot to put this piece in. Boy, that would have. Yeah, well, it didn't happen. It almost happened, but it did not. So that's good. Okay. And get this thing. Make sure we put this out nicely. Bend it out nicely in the same length. I'm going to tape these things down in a minute. But got everything kind of nice there. Okay. Got to get the BP screws out now. Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. Okay, got that in. Then why are you all upset over here? Didn't go in, that's why. Okay. Something's bonding this thing up. There we go. Not sure what it was though. See? Let me doing that. Oh, this little. There we go. Now it's fine. You don't snap in all the way like they're supposed to. You gotta watch that. Make sure they actually go in. Just one more thing to be aggravated with. Take it off because it wasn't. They didn't sit right. This lens. Sometimes you gotta get itself hung up somewhere. See that little rock? It's in there. Okay. Screws back on. I have to get the middle one set. Kind of helps it. I'm gonna come over here to this end. Put this piece in there. I did not absolutely nothing. Get these BP screws in there. All right, there you go. Oh, well, I be damned. What is your problem? What the? Make sure it's giving me a little bit of a trouble today. You. Let's see. May have to sand some of these down. Right, don't break my wire. That's all in there. Well, these went in fine. Let me figure where these things aren't sitting well. Open it this way. Maybe that's what it took. Now it's not rocking. Let's see. I see what the problem is. When they put this thing together here, they didn't take enough of this plastic part off. And I got it to sit in there. Okay. There's a will, there's a way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go for the middle one right now. If I get that middle one in, maybe that'll matter. Not the longest of screws, that's for sure. That's because you don't want to put a long screw in. You're going through the actual board. Won't serve any purpose as well. there. Just screw this down. Okay, now that's it. All right. The middle one should be in. It was on the wrong side. Just realized that. Okay, that's in. Now we're gonna try to get these in. Something so simple can become so complicated real quick. Getting ready to put a CP screw in here. Yep. Let me a CP. Idiots went over there and put the wrong one. You gotta be a little bit longer. Not much. Don't want to go through the part, but I'm not going to spend the rest of the night fighting with this either. Good. That did it. That tied it down. I'll put the CP screw in there. Everything seems to snap in place. If one screw don't work, try another one, my dad always said. My dad was a believer in not fighting something all night long. Although when it came to his cars, he quite often had me sitting out there all night long fighting with him. All right. CP worked and it didn't go through. Okay. They're all at the top, so see lovey. What was that? I'm all forever dropping something on this thing. Oh. Drop my scissors. The best invention in the world is this. Boy, it's a back saver. Person that came up with that must have had a bad back. All right. Whew. All right, moving on. After fighting with these. Okay, now. I'm going to kind of switch on over. Come to this little piece right here. Turning this whole thing upside down. This little wire here. We'll turn it facing us like this. So these are going to be used in a stage, I think 114. And we definitely want to leave a lot of room for the placement of them. Because they're going to have to go into these green and red. And if you don't put a lot of room, that's to disassemble this whole part, and that won't be any fun. It really won't. That won't be any fun at all. I'm watching how this is wired. I'm just looking at how this is going to go. Turn it like this. Like that. Okay. On the underside of it, this side, running through these two little ports here. And putting this back over here. You need to bend them to fit in here, right where these little 1 and 2, two sides to it. And so putting this down, it'd be best just to get rid of that and just do it like this right now. Just know you're gonna have to I might just if you don't have the part, I'm waiting on mine, but it's like this, red, that, then eventually you will receive your parts in the mail. And when that stage comes, stage 104 is where you're going to have to put those two at the top and in here. And what happens is okay, you need to put them in the proper position. They're having you lay these things down. Okay, folks, I am back, and well, I managed to get the little son of a gun in there. I had to use 2 DP screws, and I had to bend it. Hats off to Mark Mods, because he got it in there with the EP screws, but there's just no way in the devil I was getting it in there. I think my part got stripped when I was trying it, but the DP screws work pretty good, and it's in there. Anyhow, enough with that. At least it's simple. Let me show you how the warp thing came out. Now, I'm using Mike Lane's I'm a light tester, and it really works out good. Let me turn off all these lights, because we'll never go now. You watch this. This came out pretty good. It's the white and blinking light. It's like firing those photon torpedoes out the back. Came out really good. So I'm really pleased with that. Really, really came out good. And if I did the Todd McWilliams mod, I would have my own switch. One day, possibly. But it came out really. I like it. And I'll leave the link to where you can get that light too. Yeah. That's it. Oh, yeah. Almost forgot these pieces. I'm going to put some glue, and I'm going to just place these down like that. Let that dry, and that'll be that for it. Anyhow, model builders rule. If you just take a break, just take that break for a little while, you can get it done the next day. The mind's cleared up. The forces around me are working. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Leave a like or comment. Until next time, I hope the good news is yours. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching, and may the good news be yours. Check out these other videos from my channel.